What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quisballinn, man, and I'm back with another video. And LeBron James has been receiving heavy criticism as of late in regards to his tweet about his son, Bronny James. And this is coming after Bronny James was dropped from the 2024 NBA mock draft board. And LeBron basically stuck up for his son and he made a tweet saying, "Can y'all just please let the kid be a kid and enjoy basketball? The work and results will ultimately do the talking no matter what he decides to do. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what a mock draft says. He just works. Earn, not given." So we see that LeBron is going to take up for his son and try to keep him confident in his game, confident in his abilities. And this has been a huge topic surrounding the whole internet landscape. And this did hit First Take. I saw Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp speak on this subject. And unfortunately, I do have to say a lot of what they articulated is correct. Now, I understand why LeBron James is coming to his son's defense. I mean, of course you would. But as Stephen A. and Shannon pointed out, LeBron was the biggest one pushing for Bronny James and advocating for his game, saying that he's ready for the NBA. LeBron James can't forget that he did put out a tweet saying that Bronny was better than a lot of guys in the NBA currently. He said this while Bronny was struggling in college. He said that he's better than a lot of guys in the NBA currently and that he could make a roster and produce in the NBA. And so it does seem a bit odd that you would want to tell everyone to back off of him. He's just a kid after you said he's ready for the NBA. And I do believe this has put a lot of pressure on Bronny to try his hardest to live up to the LeBron James expectations. And you already know once you got that last name, hell, he even has his first name. When you have that name, it's coming with a certain standard. And so, with LeBron talking to the media as much as he did, saying that Bronny was ready for the league, saying repeatedly that he wanted to play with Bronny in the NBA or that he wanted to continue playing in the NBA until Bronny made it. I do believe it put tons of pressure on Bronny. I do believe that this first year of college should have been a developmental year for his game to get a feel for the next level, to see how it's going to be, get a rhythm for the game, get in that atmosphere and get in that mode of playing high level basketball. Now, while I will say LeBron did heap extra pressure on Bronny, there's no doubt about this. I am a LeBron James fan. I call him the GOAT. A lot of people disagree with me on that. But I am sitting here today telling you he did put extra pressure on his son to live up to a certain amount of greatness. But on the flip side of that, there was an element of natural pressure that LeBron didn't place on Bronny that was already coming along with his name and with who he was related to without LeBron saying anything. So I'm not going to sit up here and blame it all on LeBron because look, yes, he did put extra pressure on him. Was it all intentional? Maybe, maybe not, because I believe that he was just hyping his son up, trying to give him confidence. And plus, it's his son. You're going to speak highly of your son. You're going to speak highly of your blood, period. Even if they're not performing the best, you're going to put some extra sauce on it and juice it up as if they are. We all can relate to that. We have friends, we have brothers, we have kids, we have family members. And even if they're a little off on something or they're not top notch or the best at it, we'll still hype them up and give them their credit to boost their confidence, just to show that we support no matter what. So I sort of see it as a 50-50 thing. Half of this was LeBron putting that pressure on him, but half of this came naturally. Because in my opinion, if LeBron never said anything to hype up Bronny, we still would be expecting Bronny to have some game and make it to the NBA. ESPN was showing every single highlight that Bronny did, even though the man was averaging 5, 3, and 3. Every dribble, every pass, every shot, they were showing it. All of that wasn't LeBron. So some of this comes natural. Just the fact you're LeBron's son and LeBron just carries so much attention on a day-to-day basis. I can't remember the last day one of these shows, such as First Take, Undisputed, I can't recall a day where they didn't mention LeBron James' name in his entire career. And so the fact that you're Bronny James and you're his son, it's going to come along with it. Now, another good point that was brought up, the man did go through a health complication. So we still have to let him develop, which you can still get mad at LeBron for still heaping all of this hype onto him, still putting all of this hype onto him, and you know he had the complication, and you know he needs time. So, in my opinion, I do think Bronny James will go to the league, and it could be for the simple fact of the team might take him because they think, look, we got a chance at getting LeBron James if we draft this kid Bronny. Maybe that's the reason, but I see Bronny James going to the league. When I look at him play, yeah, the numbers aren't popping out, but you got to look at other guys who's in the league now who have developed over time and turned themselves into great players. You don't always start out being a beast, being dominant like a LeBron. He may develop a little bit slower, and that'll be okay. And that's where a lot of the criticism is coming in that maybe he's just one of those kids that needs that time. And LeBron, for you to be hyping him up and putting it out there to the world that he's ready, it was wrong. Kind of like the whole LeVar Ball, what he did to Lonzo, hyping him up, saying he was better than Steph Curry, better than Magic Johnson. Then he gets to the league and he gets bullied. So to me, yes, I'm gonna sit up here and be real with y'all. LeBron James did heap extra praise, extra hype, a ton of more pressure onto Bronny James. But I believe he's doing that because that is his son. You don't expect the opposite. You don't expect him to downplay him and tell people that he's not ready. He's going to do everything in his power to get Bronny James drafted. So I understand that. But all we can do is just hope that it wasn't LeBron James being selfish, trying to hype up Bronny for his own personal reasons to get that man in the league so it could look good on him. Because at the end of the day, like LeBron said in the tweet, it's all about the work. And that's why I've come to the conclusion that I've come to. I believe Bronny James will go to the NBA. He might have to put in extra work, but I think he's capable. I think you have to scratch this year and just throw it away due to the whole health complication and give him a whole new slate for next year. I just can't see him not being drafted, even though he was dropped from the mock drafts. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a LeBron, but he will make it. And hopefully he's able to live out his dreams, man, because from what I've been seeing, he's a very humble kid and it looks like he just wants to hoop. So before all the critics get on him, I say just give him one more year. And please stop hating on the man just because he's the son of LeBron. I understand everyone who's criticizing LeBron for saying let the kid be a kid, but you're the one that hyped him up. I get that. But go at LeBron for that. Don't sit up here and crucify Bronny, who's really just trying to hoop and really couldn't control who his dad was. But I can't even really say that because in this game of basketball, everybody's getting critiqued, especially if you're on a public stage. But if you have some compassion in your heart for a guy who did have a heart attack, you would likely understand how that would affect you as far as having a basketball career. But that's all I got to say on this one, man. I want y'all to drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Do you guys think Bronny James will get drafted? And what do you think about LeBron James' tweet saying, let the kid be a kid and play? Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe. And hey, I'm out of here. Peace.